Hey guys, welcome back to Choosing Recovery. I can't. Hey guys, welcome back to Choosing Recovery. I'm Olivia.
I'm Scotty.
This is Baby Scoot. And today we have such an incredible story from Erin. So let's just jump right into that.
Yeah.
We get it.
What was your drug or drugs of choices if you had multiple?
So I did have multiple. My main one was opiates, but I started out with, but you know, your tolerance grows so high with that, or so fast, you know, and you got to keep doing more and keep doing more, that I gradually went to Havanas. As soon as I hit those things, you know, like heroin and a pill, right? And then I was off to the races with those. Then that turned into the press pills that are just fentanyl. And then with that, I just went to the straight heroin fentanyl mix, which is unfortunately all out on the street around here in Baltimore, you know, surrounding areas.
You live in Baltimore?
I am close to Baltimore, yes.
I heard it is bad out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What age did you start using?
So I started at the age of 13. Now, it wasn't with my drug of choice. You know, I grew up in a very volatile household. My father was extremely abusive. I have addiction on both sides, but he was an alcoholic and a heroin user who actually died of a heroin overdose.
Sorry for loss.
So that kind of runs deep in the family. But yeah, I started with marijuana, and that went to alcohol. But marijuana was pretty much my go-to at that point. I mean, for years. And I kind of just sat that down, and you know, I had a child, and then I went on to hurt my leg really bad. I had 3 surgeries, couldn't walk on it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I got screws and plates in it to hold that sucker together. But yeah, when I did that, I was actually a military spouse. And they sent me home, girl. I'm telling you, Valium, Percocet, morphine. I mean, just a ton of it. And your girl was off to the races. Yeah, so pretty much started from there.
Yeah, it's funny, almost every interview we've done, it's been 12, 13 years old, have been the starting point for every single one.
Yeah.
We do a lot of research into drug addiction because we think it's very important to understand it, you know, to the fullest. So there was a study that was 25 years that they did this study, and the average age that people started using was 13 years old. It'd be nice to see some kind of an education in schools around that time.
How long have you used for?
So, drug of choice. Actually, I started drinking alcohol where I was just blackout, and I mean, I wouldn't just go have one. I would go have a handle to myself. I mean, I was drinking people under the table, and I'm little. I don't even know that I'm 5 feet.
Story of my life, girl.
Be Italian and run the family. You're so short, little chunky, you know. So, I mean, just blackout. It did not matter. I didn't go to have one drink. I went to have as many as I could before I ran somewhere and blacked out. And you know, that kind of started, gosh, when I was about 27. So I would say about 13 good years of alcohol and opiates.
So Erin, who did your addiction affect?
Oh boy. I would say pretty much everyone in my life. Family and to true friends. I pushed them all away, you know, and just kind of isolated with myself and my drug, you know. And anyone that was a true friend or family member to me, they were gone. And in came, you know, the people I used with. And my delusional brain thought, hey, these people are my friends. No, they're not. They're just what they can use you for and what you can use them for.
Wow. Yup. I think that's a hard reality. Absolutely.
Alright, So what led you to get clean?
Whew. So on my last run here, I got in a lot of trouble. A lot of legal trouble. I was caught with about 16 grams of heroin fentanyl mix. And I was taken to jail, and you know, I was so completely out of my mind at that point. I kind of lost a couple days of my life there. I really only remember the cuffs going on. I don't even remember the drive to the jail. I get to the jail, and I mean, you know, they make you strip, and just out falls all these drugs. So on top of everything that they find in my, on us, they also get that. So there's additional charges. So all in all, I wound up with 20 charges, 17 misdemeanors, 3 felonies.
Wow.
Yeah. And so during that time, when I got out, I contacted a lawyer. It was actually the lawyer who said, "Erin, do you think you may have a problem? And you think you may need to go to rehab?" And where I definitely knew I had a problem, I just never knew how to get help, I never really wanted to tell people that I needed help.
Yeah.
That stigma is just so, it's awful for us addicts, And so she said, "Why don't you sleep on it?" And it's crazy. Sleep on it? Really? Like, bitch, you have a problem. Go get help, This is your chance to get what you want. And, so I agreed, and I kind of struggled with that for a little while in rehab, because I'm like, was that my rock bottom? If that should have been my rock bottom, why am I even thinking like that? Is that my rock bottom? Like, yes, it should be your rock bottom, but I really did struggle with that, because it was almost like I didn't go on my own, like someone was like pushing me to go. So it really wasn't about till 3 weeks into rehab where I was like, aha, light bulb. Yes, you are here for you. Yes, this is what you need to do to get your life back. Like, 100%, like I stopped the guilt or the pity party and the woe is me and the self-loathing and all that, and was like, yeah, I needed to be arrested in order to be alive today,
We always say that our arrests are blessings.
Yeah.
Yes. And I didn't think that for so long. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to jail forever. Like, people were drilling it in my head. You're going to jail. We're never going to see you again. 20 years, 20 years. I'm like, damn. Well, God,
Damn.
I'm going 20 years.
That's so funny.
It is.
That is so funny. It was my first time getting caught, and they were like, "You're gonna do 20 years," and I'm like, "I'm only 20." I was like petrified.
How are you staying clean today?
So for me, I eat, sleep, dream, breathe, everything recovery.
That's awesome.
I have to. That's what I need for me personally to be able to stay clean. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I wake up to get on a meeting. Like, Zoom is amazing.
Awesome.
People were saying how, it's going to be so hard. You can't go to in-person meetings because of COVID. And I think Zoom is a blessing, because you can get on 24 hours a day. There's marathons you can go on anytime. So I get up, I do a meeting. And in my area, we still do have places where you can do in-person. And I could, anyone that is available. This TikTok community is crazy with the recovery, and I love it. I just love it. I just love being clean. I never thought I'd be here, and I'm so grateful that I am.
I get to hear a part of my life through somebody else.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel not alone.
I love it.
What's your biggest accomplishment in your recovery so far?
For me, my biggest accomplishment is just staying clean and being able to, because for a minute there, I didn't even think I could stay clean for a second.
Yeah.
It was just so hard to grasp that concept that, I could live without it. You kind of mourn your drug that you use, which is insane to me. It's just crazy. Like, you don't know how to be really without it. You've been doing it for so long. So just to be clean and I'm here sitting at 68 days clean right now, and I'm like, all the things that have come in just 68 days, gosh, I can't even imagine what's gonna keep them, you know?
Absolutely.
Love that. Love that.
If you could say something to someone still actively using, what would you say?
Oh, this is a good one. I've been trying to rehearse this one, girl. You know, because I'm like, I always get up here and I start saying things, and I'm like, dang, I wish I remembered that one. So honestly, you know, I would just say, you know, I know that you feel like you're beaten down and you're tired and there's no hope, you know, and you don't trust anybody, because we trust nobody coming into this, not one single person, you know, and but like today I can tell you that there's a community in all this, and it's big, and you know, what's going to happen is they're going to hold on to you, and they're going to love you until you can learn to love yourself. You know what I mean? And I just think that's crazy, because, you know, you come in here and all these people are like, we love you, and you're thinking, what do you mean you love me? I don't even know you, right? And but it's true, and it's genuine, and they really, really mean it, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And there's so many available resources today.
Absolutely.
Anybody can get clean. Let me tell you, if I can do it, if we could do it, anybody.
I remember the first time that I heard that saying, we will love you until you love yourself. And I was like, are you nuts? I'm not lovable, you know?
It's a big piece of crap, you know?
Yeah.
It just feels good when you know you can accomplish anything. You know, it's a program where all possibilities arise and all your lost dreams awaken. You know, it brings everything back to reality. You know, you're back in tune with life. You feel good. You look good. People want to be around you. You know, you get that gravitational pull that it's like, man, I want what they have.
Yeah.
If you could say something to a family member of someone that struggles with addiction, what would you say to that family member?
Okay, this is a really great question, honestly. My one thing that I would say to them is get educated.
Yes.
Get educated. Take yourself to Al-Anon meetings. You can do that during Zoom. Everything is on Zoom now. Get educated, because the family does not understand codependency.
No.
And not one bit. And codependency with an active user, you can be such an enabler, because they love that family member so much that, you know, there's going to come a time where you love them so much that you just love them to death.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a very powerful statement.
Such a family disease, honestly.
It is.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, like you said, get educated. Learn addiction on both aspects. You know, there's so much information. Like she said earlier, like schools don't teach it enough. You know, like the DARE program is probably the only thing we had, and that probably showed me how to want to get drunk more. You know, or how to.
You know, I have to say, today I am grateful. To finish off the charges that I had, I actually was offered drug court, and
Nice.
That's going to be another accountability for me. So my 20 years are off the table, and now I get 18 months of drug court. I mean, that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Just because I did the right thing. And you know, there was a time where I am still out on bond right now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even go in and do my pre-trial urinalysis without going there and pissing dirty for them every single time. You know, and I could have been bond revoked at any point.
Yeah.
Luckily, they let me go to rehab, and I went to an amazing facility, and you know, they helped me so much. You know, I just have to say, you know, as dark as it may seem and impossible the road may be, and no matter how many relationships that you tarnish, and you know, the financial difficulties that we put ourselves in, and you know, having to rebuild everything, because a lot of us have to do that when, you know, afterwards. for. No matter how many charges you're facing or years in jail or, anything like that, that stuff doesn't have to define the person that you are today,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say never forget the past. The past has nothing new to say,
Yeah.
but don't forget where you came from, because, it has shaped us all into where we are today.
100%.
And the human beings that we are today. If you choose a path of recovery, like, there's just endless possibilities that come. And like I said, me at 68 days, like, geez, man, I beat all these years in jail already. I have friends in my life again. I let go of all of that fakeness, and starting over, where I just dropped every single person, got a new phone number, recovery is where it's at, honestly.
It is.
I am just so excited to be clear-headed, be able to make decisions, and not have to wake up every single morning and be, trying to figure out where the next one's gonna come from, you know what I mean? And it's like a full-time job that you don't get paid for. You pay them for you doing your full-time job. It's crazy to me, and this is where it's at, man. I'm telling you, this is where it's at. This is the life I want, and for me, I know they say just for today, but I'm gonna keep waking up every damn morning and tell myself, just for today, I ain't doing that. And I'm gonna keep telling myself that every single day until I don't have to tell myself that anymore. And it's just gonna be a way of life, girl.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's
So
those
much power.
and it's those routines.
Video where you contacted me on. So much support. People doing drug court to save their lives. And it's just an extra accountability for me. I'm already doing it anyway. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it just hell beats 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, they told me the minute I mess up in drug court, I'm going straight to sentencing.
100%.
I think it's so incredible what you're doing, Erin. 68 days is freaking 68 days. Like, you have a sobriety date, not a burial date. Like, I am proud of you, and you're doing amazing in your life.
My first name is Erin. My clean date is September 10th, 2020.
Yep.
And one thing I'm grateful for today is to wake. Do I have to say one? I have like 50.
You say whatever you hate. Listen, you got 50, state all 50. Let's hear them.
Love it.
I am just grateful to wake up this morning clear-headed, not sick. I'm grateful for everyone that stuck by me in this process. I am grateful for my recovery community, every single person, just like you said, people I don't know who just cheer me on every single day. It's amazing. And I'm just grateful. I am a grateful bitch today.
Yeah.